What's up, guys? This is Ray J back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's happening with Tesla, SPY, and the broader markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. So as far as Tesla's going, I just wanted to mention that we have this possible left shoulder ahead, which was like the double bottom right here, and then we're going to see if we're about to form this right shoulder on Tesla. We're going to see if we could try to bounce near 433 or 50 EMA, which is acting as support. And then if we make a lower high, we may continue to fall down. And if we could try to hold this 420 area, then I'll be looking to see if that's our right shoulder for this to bounce. If we don't hold that, there could be further downside coming. So I'll be watching this very, very closely. But overall, the setup is still bullish on Tesla. Even if we do come down, it's still it's similar to a very large inverse head and shoulders, whether the bottom is in or if it's about to make like a bottom soon and then we try to bounce, right? That's going to be like the setup I'm essentially looking for, at least on Tesla. Now, heading into tomorrow, we have the ADP employment change data alongside the JOLTS job openings. The ADP data comes out before market opens, so you have to hold through that if you're holding anything overnight. And besides that, there's not really anything else too significant coming out in terms of economic data. So for Tesla, I'm watching to see if we could hold 433 or if we could break 442 to be more bullish, or if we lose 433 to be more bearish, right? We're going to be watching this very closely. This is the new range on Tesla. We'll see if we get some kind of small bounce here before it possibly declines again. But for now, look for 442. It could be retesting that temporarily. Now, for SPY and the QQQ, we were talking about how there could be a rejection move coming. And so far, we're showing signs of it. We have a possible left shoulder head, and we're going to see if this is the right shoulder for an inverse head and shoulders. I'm watching 679 as a potential target if 682 fails us, and we could be going lower. Then we'll see if we get some kind of bounce or not. So keep that in mind. On the QQQ, the same thing is going on. We have this left shoulder head, and then we could be forming a right shoulder, and that could take us back down towards 613 to 608, and we'll see if we kind of like bounce from there or not. But overall, I'm just going to be very patient with this. We're going to see if we get a rejection near 622 to form that right shoulder or not, so I'll be patient with that. The IWM has been known for rejecting off 252. We got a triple top like pattern there, and we could be dipping back down towards 249 if that continues. ES also has an inverse head and shoulders like pattern. If we end up losing 68.37, we could be forming that left shoulder head and then a possible right shoulder before we try to bounce. Same thing with NQ, left shoulder, head, and we're going to see if we turn back down to form that right shoulder before a possible bounce. Bitcoin is consolidating, trending sideways between 92,000 is our resistance and 90,000 is our support. We're just in the middle. Tesla's also, it's been dipping. We're going to see if we bounce off 433 to retest 442. On Nvda, we're range bound between 185 and 182. I think we consolidate for now, and we're going to see if we get a rejection or not. So I'm going to be patient with this. On Aapl, we're on a downtrend. We're going to see if we reclaim 278. If not, we're looking for 275. Palantir is trading sideways. We have resistance at 182.8. If we don't break this, we could be turning back down to 176. And then AMD is also trading sideways. We're stuck in the middle as well. We have 219 as our resistance and support down here at 217. So we'll see if this turns back down. Coinbase is also trading sideways right now. We're going to see if we could break past 278 or if we turn back down towards 270, that's going to be where our support is. Amazon has an inverse cup and handle, so it could be dipping a bit lower if we can't get back above 230. There's going to be a risk of us dipping to the low 220s. Meta could be dipping back down to 666 or 657. Google is going to be looking for 312 as our support. If it doesn't hold, we could be dipping more towards like 305. And then Microsoft also is trading in the middle. So we're going to see if this breaks 492. If it doesn't, we're looking for 486. So watch this very closely, and we'll see how it goes, at least moving forward. The VIX also has this resistance at 17.72, and we'll see what happens as time goes on. This is attempting to break out of this wedge, but if this continues, of course, that's going to be another interesting signal. But overall, we're going to be very, very patient, and we'll see how this goes moving forward. Anyways, that's what I'm seeing so far for the markets. We're going to be very, very patient nonetheless, and we'll see how it ends up going. 442 is where the resistance is on Tesla, and I think we could retest this, and we'll see how it goes. But other than that, we're still kind of like consolidating. We could see a small bounce from here, but the overall market is showing some weakness, and we're going to see how we end up reacting to the ADP numbers for tomorrow. With that being said, we're watching this possible inverse head and shoulders like pattern. It's a much larger one that could be developing. And that does open the doors for more potential downside, but that does not mean that Tesla is essentially done with the run. If we, dip temporarily, there could still be a nice bounce for the more medium to longer term. So keep that in mind. We're just talking about the short term when we talk about a potential dip. Anyways, thank you for listening and peace out.